Hi, dear ladies and gentlemen. I'm really glad to welcome you to our crypto and blockchain unicorn battle. My name is Lydia, and I'm a host for the incredible event today. And now, let me introduce you to our wonderful colleague, Anna Fedorova. She is the CEO of Unicorn.Events. Please, Anna, it's my pleasure to pass the floor to you.
Hello, Lydia, and I'm so glad to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You are at the Unicorn.Events, the world's largest startup pitch contest, where the best startups pitch live for great investors, business angels, and corporations. This season, we are doing industry-focused battles. Everything you liked, you already have seen it. Robots, health tech, biotech. You had seen, AI. You had seen NFT. And today, we are for crypto and blockchain unicorn battle. And our official judges and expert board will be evaluating startup investment potential. And at the end, we will have the winner announced. We are live and broadcasting to the whole world. So please share the links within your community so everyone can see you. Links can be found in chat in this Zoom. Our event is happening thanks to our sponsors. We greatly appreciate our platinum sponsor, Network VC, the management company of our global ecosystem and main center of our venture activities. And you can explore amazing opportunity. If you want to do venture business, consider Network VC as a partner. Please scan this QR code for details. Thanks to our golden sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, accredited investor, this message is for you. If you want to invest into the startups that win our unicorn battles together with other VCs and business angels, scan this QR code or go to our event page and join us to participate in great deals. And our silver sponsor, Startup Inc., an investor onboarding and management platform to get an access to the exclusive deals worldwide. We are scanning the whole planet to bring you extraordinary innovations from all over the world. Only the best ones make it to the unicorn battles because unicorn battles are semifinals. And the winner of today's online unicorn battle will participate in the finals, world finals, Unicorn Cup, March 16th, only 2 weeks to go. It will be a grand happening with VCs and prominent startups from all over the world. So please mark the date in your calendar. Unicorn.Events is an open competition where successful startup pitch for private investors, corporations, and venture funds. We are the world's largest startup pitch competition by geography and the number of the events held already. We shed a light on the best startups since 2009 and do our events on a regular basis. We do them all over the world, online, offline, hybrid events, any events. So join us to see the best solutions and meet great personalities. We are proud to be leading a great community of prominent startups. We have a wonderful community of top VCs and business angels. And we don't stand in the middle and just love when our investors find great deals right here. That is why our numbers are so impressive. We only ask you to remember about us and shoot our venture fund a note, for it is most likely to join a deal too. Sign up to our LinkedIn and YouTube community to be sure not to miss any unicorns. One of our unfair advantages is a great network of our partners that do unicorn pitches with us. That is state, country, or city pitch events for local startups to give them better chances to meet top VCs from all over the world. If you lead a startup community and we haven't been introduced yet, please contact me directly and we'll do business together. We are open to explore synergies to help startups and investors to play a more significant role in the global ecosystem. So join our partners network that is covering the whole planet, from the USA to Singapore, from Australia to Canada, and everything in between. So welcome once again to the crypto and blockchain unicorn battle. And let me introduce our wonderful host, Lydia, who has very, very interesting startups for us today. Hi, Lydia.
Hi, Anna, and thank you so much for introduction. And now, first of all, let's greet our honor funds who are supporting our crypto and blockchain event today. And also meet our reliable media partners who have provided significant support in the preparation of the unicorn battle. So special thanks for Crypto News Z, MIT Enterprise Forum CE, ITK Media, Expert Dojo, GSD Venture Studios, Female Founders, and The Simes. Dear all, feel free to check our website where you can find all media partners and more information about them by clicking the logos. So, dear partner, thank you so much for your support today. And if you want to join the list of our media partners, please contact me directly, and I will be so happy to discuss our partnership with you. And I guess it's time to introduce you to our official judges. And Anna, could you please help me with this part again?
Yes, sure. My pleasure, Lydia. And I would like to say that we have different categories of judges who will be evaluating startup investment potential, and different categories of judges will vote as a group, and we will reveal at the end how did judges vote. Every group will see their aggregated vote, and then our algorithm will sum up everything together, and we will have the ultimate winner announced. It will be at the end, and let's start with the official judges. That is judges that represent not only some entity, but some big community, their country, and where they play a very important role in leading a community of startups or VC community. And let me start with Alexander Soroka, who is partner and CEO at Network VC, representing our whole global ecosystem. Network VC, Alexander Soroka, hello.
Hello, Anna. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here today. I'm glad that so many familiar faces together with us today, and I'm ready to listen for pitches of the new startups. Talking about our venture fund, we are investing in late seed round A usually. We are geographically agnostic and industry agnostic, but we don't invest too much in hardware. So yes, I'm ready for today's journey.
Wonderful. Thank you, Alexander, so much. And let me introduce Aldo Shinoni, representing Peru. Aldo is a founder and CEO of Palgo Peru. Hello, Aldo.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for the invitation, and I'm very glad to see all familiar faces too. We invest in initial stage and seed startups in the region in South America, Chile, Peru. And we're looking for opportunities to expand the startups here in Latin America. About crypto, this is an industry that is growing, and also I hope continue to improving all the financial that we have now that need to be improved. So we have a lot of expectations to all of your pitches.
Thank you, Aldo, for coming. And let me introduce John Kohiro Mariwaka, great friend of ours from Japan. John is director of Startup Grind Fukuoka. Hello, John. Thank you for joining so late at night in Japan.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Buenos dias, ¿cómo está usted? So thank you, Anna, Alex, Lydia, for inviting me. My name is Crazy John. Actually, John Kohiro Moriwaka. I'm a director of Startup Grind Fukuoka and Startup Grind Nagoya in Japan. And also now venture partner of R3I Ventures in Luxembourg, and also advisor of Arca Venture Labs in India and Silicon Valley, and also advise a few different VCs, and also support CVCs in Japan as well. So our focus is like Web3 and climate tech, clean techs, and whatever any interesting opportunities, I'd love to hear from you. So best luck to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, John, so much. And please welcome Gabriel Zanko from wonderful Colombia. Gabriel is a venture partner at Urano Capital. Hello, Gabriel.
Hi, Anna. Great to see you, and also all the judges. And even I see also a familiar startup. So I'm excited to be today. I'm based in Colombia, investing, advising, mostly in Web3, but also with a huge focus on sustainability. So happy to be here, and good luck to everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, Gabriel, so much. And please welcome Nikhil Chaudhary. Nikhil, representing the USA. Nikhil is a founding partner at Nirman Ventures. Hello, Nikhil.
Hi, thank you, Anna. Thanks, Lydia. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm one of the founding partners of Nirman Ventures. We are a early stage focused fund, geographically agnostic. Our focus areas are construction tech, clean tech, ESG, sustainability, and blockchain tech as it relates to the built environment. I'm happy to be here, and good luck to all the startups out here. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil, so much. And welcome, Peter Boras, representing wonderful Germany. Peter is a management director at the Change Germany. Hello, Peter.
Yeah, so good evening, good morning, everyone. Really nice to see familiar faces again. Anna and Lydia, many thanks for invitation. So everyone, my name is Dr. Peter Boras. I work as a managing director of the Change Venture Capital Group. So we have offices in London, Singapore, Belfast, and of course in Berlin. What we do is we actually help a lot of startup companies and big companies with technology development, with investments. In last year only, we completed more than 83 investments with more than 200 million investments. We are industry agnostic. So good luck to everyone today, because we are eager to hear from you, and hopefully we'll collaborate and invest in your company.
Sure. That is a wonderful promise, Peter. And let's move to the category of judges. That is expert board, consisting of wonderful VCs, representative accelerators, and some other entities. Dear judges, I really welcome you. And please remember to vote for all of our startups, because they depend on you to move further to our world finals, and also to move further in their fundraising. But please represent yourself, noticing shortly for 1 minute what entity do you represent, what startups do you invest in, what geography, what's your sweet spot. And yes, please raise your hand. And I'm happy to introduce Gary Fowler, our great friend. Gary, always nice to see you.
Oh, great to see everybody here. I feel like it's family hour one more time. So my name is Gary Fowler, serial entrepreneur and investor. I'm the CEO, president, and founder of GSD Get Shit Done Venture Studios, premier AI and quantum venture studio located in Silicon Valley. We have 127 companies in our portfolio from 55 countries. We work with a lot of ultra high net worth individuals and family offices. The idea is to make this world a better place through impact investing. And we're interested in companies. We have companies from $250,000 worth of revenue to over 100 million.
Wonderful. Welcome, Gary. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And dear judges, please take a floor. Please press, you have a little button with a yellow hand, and I'll give you the mic for you to speak up. If not, we can start our startup pitching. So last call, yes, Brandon from Expert Dojo, also wonderful friend of ours. Please speak up.
Hey, good morning. Thanks, Anna, or good evening to you. And thanks, Lydia, for putting this on. My name is Brandon Gerson. I'm a venture partner at Expert Dojo. We're proud to be one of the sponsors of these wonderful unicorn battles. We invest in early stage companies, generally in their pre-seed and seed rounds. Our focus is to really help our portfolio companies accelerate early stage growth to get to 6 figures MRR, really prove product market fit, and be in a position to raise their Series A. So we invest in companies all over the world, industry agnostic, and I'm really glad to be participating here because I've already gotten some good deal flow from this. So thanks, ladies, for putting it on, and good luck today to all the founders.
Wonderful, Brandon. And anyone else? Yes, Farah. Nice to see you again.
Yes, thank you, Anna. Happy to see all of you. I'm Farah from Malaysia, and I wear several hats. I'm a registered venture capitalist in Malaysia, and I'm also a venture builder focusing on AI, blockchain. I used to run a Crypto Genius show, and it will go soon, and the show will also go on. And I hope to learn from everybody here, and good luck to all the startups. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Farah, And Lydia, I guess that was it. If none of the judges would like to speak up, we can move to startups because everybody is very curious. Who do we have today?
Absolutely, Anna. Thank you so much. So thank you, our official judges and expert board, for your introduction. And finally, we are moving to our most exciting part of the event. We have amazing startups from all over the world. So each founder will have 3 minutes for pitch and 3 minutes for Q&A session from our judges. Dear startups, we recommend not to mention any fundraising out loud, so please use our chat or other channels of communication in this regard. Thank you so much. And let's welcome our first startups that open our pitch competition. It's Umoja Labs from the USA and Robbie, who will be represented. So dear Robbie, the stage is yours.
Excellent. I will quickly share my screen. Just let me know if y'all can see it and we can get into it.
We see it. Yes, perfect.
Excellent. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Robbie Greenfield.
I'm sorry, Robbie. Can you do a full screen, please?
Let's see here. Let me try to do that. Just a second. Got to move a lot of things around. Stop share. Share again. Oh, there we go. Excellent. And there we go.
Perfect.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Well, hey everyone. My name is Robbie Greenfield. I'm CEO and co-founder of Umoja Labs, and we're backed by the likes of 500 Global, Coinbase, Mercy Corp Ventures, and Northwood. So as you all probably know, there's an $8 trillion financing gap across emerging market enterprises around the world. And this has been a central focus of many nations, including across LATAM, Africa, and obviously the United States. And this is concerning over 161 million enterprises that lack the financing they need to grow. And the reason is that traditional finance is either extremely expensive or inaccessible because it requires documentation that some of these enterprises lack. And on the DeFi side, we're starting to see either options of over-collateralized loans, which no one truly needs, it's more for yield farmers, and under-collateralized loans that only specifically focus on borrowers that are large credit funds. And so there's a huge gap for accessible and affordable loans that Umoja is looking to focus on. And so we're a decentralized credit protocol that provides affordable, 100% secured and multi-currency financing to emerging market credit institutions and eventually MSMEs around the world. And the way that we bootstrap liquidity is twofold. One, we allow existing credit funds to bring their deal flow on chain and reduce costs and near eliminate FX devaluation risk for their borrowers. And in addition, we allow DAO treasuries to diversify into our tokenized real world assets. And the reason why they would want to do so is because they are the highest quality on chain, because all of the collateral is on chain, and thus you know what your exposure to risk is. We're going to start with financing institutions. So these are credit institutions and credit fintechs, and eventually continue to non-financial institutions and retail borrowers with the goal of becoming the world's first mass adopted lending protocol, focusing a great deal on risk and making sure that all collateral is in stablecoins. And the way that it works is rather simple. We have senior tranche investors that provide the loan funding. We have junior tranche investors that provide the loan collateral. And those two get together to provide borrowers with affordable and secured loans. Junior tranche investors obviously get more of the APY, whereas senior tranche investors get a stable 4.5% and have zero risk on their lending. We also provide a default insurance pool that ensures the risk of collateral providers to make sure that they're not taking undue risk. Our revenue model is simple. We take a 10% loan origination fee on all loans that go through the protocol. We have transaction fees for withdrawals for both senior and junior tranche investors. And of course, we have yield generation within our treasury to make sure that we're as diversified as possible away from the protocol's native token so that we can survive any crypto winters if necessary. And it's also important to note that all of our revenues in stablecoins and all of our costs are in token emissions, meaning that we're naturally defended against crypto winters as well. We're already starting conversations with 3 central banks, including the Central Bank of Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, have had LOI signed with Grameen Foundation, and also talking to major institutions across the continent of Africa, but are also looking to expand into LATAM and Southeast Asia as well. In terms of the team, I have a decade of financial engineering experience. I've been in the blockchain space since 2011. I was the former head of social impact at Consensus, and I also worked at Goldman Sachs and Amazon. And my co-founder, John, also worked at Consensus as well as Plaid. And we have a team of credit advisors across multiple countries, both to give us feedback on our model, but also to introduce us to new liquidity providers and institutional borrowers. With that, that is it.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you so much. And so, dear judges, I guess it's time to you. It's time to your questions. And we have a question from Alexander, please.
Hello, thank you for presentation. At what stage are you today? Do you have any traction, any revenue? Where are you today?
Yeah, so actually Emoja Labs has multiple products. The protocol is one of several. We already have $1 million in revenue to date with our on and off ramps that provide on ramps between stablecoins and mobile money, because that's typically the networks that a lot of these emerging markets use. And for the protocol, we'll be launching that in Q2. We already have $20 million in signed LOIs for institutional borrower demand, and have liquidity providers coming both from our existing investor base as well as other institutions as well.
And can I just ask you, this 1 million in revenue, is it from your activities like your margin on loans?
So the revenue is from on and off ramping the institutional customers that use our products. So one of the huge advantages that we have is that we're able to eliminate FX devaluation risk, which is a huge issue when you crowdsource loans in USD or Euro, and then try to disperse them into emerging markets because of the differences between a weaker currency and a stronger currency. And the way that we do that is through our on and off ramp that helps people access perpetuals on the currencies that they're purchasing so that they can avoid that devaluation risk. And for those who are unfamiliar, this can increase the cost of the loan almost double if you don't have it. And so the traditional market just accepts the extra 5-10% costs on the interest rate of the loan because of an inability to avoid it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. And next question, please, Gregory.
Yes, hi, Robbie. First, I want to make a comment. I've noticed your profile, you and your team have significant institutional experience, and I think that's going to add a lot of value to your trajectory as a startup. So I'm going to be a little bit harder on you than others. I'm a former 20-year Wall Street veteran. I ran a $60 billion loan book from Royal Bank of Scotland, and I've never heard of risk-free lending. So yes. Can you explain to me how that works briefly, and how do you handle the credit risk portion of onboarding retail clients who are looking to borrow?
Yeah, this is an excellent question. And to your point, I mean, the risk-free lending, in those words, truly doesn't exist, even on a protocol, because you do have smart contract risk, right? And that's the risk of exploits happening on the contract that you're lending on. But for senior tranche, the reason why I say risk-free lending is because if there is an event of a default, first loss collateral, it comes from junior tranche providers. And typically, as you already know, usually you'll have senior and junior tranche providers provide together the loan funding, for that particular borrower. In this case, junior tranche providers are actually providing the underlying collateral for the loan, and senior tranche providers are providing the loan funding. And so in the case of a default, the senior tranche is already 100% collateralized. And that's why we say it's zero risk. And this is also why they don't get the optionality of investing in specific borrower pools. They invest across all borrower pools that are underwritten, and they get a 4.5% APY standard for that investment. Now, for junior tranche investors, because they're providing first loss capital, they get much higher APYs, and they also get the optionality of selecting specific borrower pools that they want to provide collateral to. And this is very important because it's almost double due diligence, right? The borrower pools that are underwritten and activated, the ones that actually get collateral go through due diligence again, because those credit funds have to look at their financials, et cetera. So it's only those that get collateralized that are actually funded by the senior tranche.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. And last question from Peter Boris.
Yeah, so hello. Actually, I love the idea. I love the conceptual framework. I love also that the team is very experienced in corporate world, because the banking and lending money, it's serious stuff in Germany, and we have a lot of bureaucracy around it. But to my question, so based on the track record that you have, guys, what is the typical customer portfolio for the loans? And I didn't saw the time frame for the loans, so the period and the amount of the money you're lending out. I love that information.
I heard the second part of your question in terms of the time period for the loans. Could you repeat the first part of your question?
Yeah, so what would be the customer structure, the customer portfolio, demographics, and the size of the loans?
Yes, absolutely. So our sweet spot to start out with is going to be emerging market credit institutions. So these are typically small to medium microfinance institutions, and then also credit fintechs. More specifically for credit fintechs, they're going to be buy now, pay laters. The reason why we choose those initial borrower portfolios is because we consider them due diligence borrowers, right? Where financing is at the core of their operations, and thus they must be very due diligent with the money that we give them, that they then give to either farmers or retail consumers, et cetera. Of course, we do have aspirations to go into non-financing institutional borrowers and also retail borrowers as well, but you need to accumulate a good deal of total value locked within a protocol before you expose yourself to that level of borrower risk. And of course, there's multiple iterations of the protocol that will allow us to better defend against default risk for those specific borrower types. In terms of the maturity of the loans, we're looking at 12 months to 36 months generally, with a minimum ticket size of $1 million.
Okay.
$1 million US.
Thank you.
So thank you, Peter, and thank you, Robbie, for a great speech. Thank you so much. And I guess we can move on to our next startups. It's BAM Ticketing from Australia and Georg, who will be represented. Georg, we are waiting for you.
Yes, can you see my screen?
Yes, perfectly.
So my name is Georg Müller. I'm founder of BAM Ticketing, desperately needed solution for a shaken industry. Event tickets are sold out in seconds and prices get insanely high. But why? Because automated bots are buying on average 42% of all tickets, but up to 90%. That's crazy. These tickets get immediately resold at huge markups, and people get even scammed with fake tickets. These issues are all over the media. That's why many artists stand up to fight those issues actively. We have the technology to resolve these issues once and for all. Using blockchain technology, we issue tamper-proof cryptographic tickets. We easily detect bots by the full transparency of blockchain transactions, and we dry up black markets with enforceable digital contracts. And on top, we generate additional revenue on every single transaction, even from secondary markets and digital merchandise. The ultimate benefits are more tickets for the fans by cutting out the middleman, trustworthy ticketing markets, and finally, fair prices for the fans. BAM is a worldwide active ticketing as a service provider. We provide blockchain technology to existing ticketing companies and software as a service for everybody. The technological requirements for blockchain ticketing are quite high, but BAM has a substantial edge over other blockchain frameworks. For this, we won blockchain technology awards 3 years in a row up to now. With our software as a service, everybody can issue NFT tickets with unique features. The event organizer can define maximum resale prices. For the secondary market, they can do this for the first time. We give them full control over all sales channels and make all ticketing data visible with a single source of truth. Our universal wallet not only manages blockchain tickets, but also conventional flight tickets, membership cards, vouchers, and coupons. We even integrated decentralized identities for quick access at the entrance, and support all types of NFTs. With this, we unleash completely new possibilities in fan engagement, adding economic value, emotional value, and loyalty value. The music and sports industry already realized the huge impact NFT ticketing will have in the future. So if you agree that ticketing is a real life application of blockchain technology, that will change the live event industry, then vote for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Georg. Great speech. And we have first question from Alexander, please.
Oh, thank you for your pitch. Can you tell me, it's not a new idea, probably they appeared like 5 years ago. So can you tell us about your competitors and at what stage are you today? I mean, do you have any traction or not?
Well, that's a quite easy question because our competitors are using generalized blockchains, which cannot handle the throughput for selling the tickets. Because if you think about Taylor Swift, you need at least 300 to 1,500 transactions per second. And the latency for scanning tickets at the entrance, which needs to be below 1 second. With Ethereum, it's on average 8 seconds. And with Polygon, it's a minimum of 4 seconds. So we do something which is called domain-driven design. So we designed the system to cover all the requirements which are necessary for the ticketing use case.
Okay, and what about traction?
We partnered with one of the largest US ticketing companies. We have LOIs and are within the scoping with 2 of the largest European ticketing companies. And well, of course, to do a better product market fit, we're doing events on our own and also do white labeling of our software as a service.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. And Peter Boris, please, your question.
Yeah, so Georg, really nice presentation. As I good. We have invested already in Germany. It's one of the largest media company. It's called Full Moon Group. They cover all the events, major events in Germany, but also in other regions. So would love to have a call after this meeting, but I'm firstly interested in the metrics. So staffing, where the staff is located, the revenues, the margins, and the growth plans.
A lot of questions. Our staff is, our core development is based in Bosnia. Not because of costs, but for a simple reason. I by chance got to know their experienced team, which was developing enterprise blockchain applications since 2016 already. We have currently 15 people in the team. We plan to expand this by end of the year to 45 people, roundabout. For this year, we plan a revenue, but contracted one, and with just a little portion of upsales for the existing customers of 1 million. But for the next year, it will be something in between 3 million and 10 million.
Okay. Thank you. Love it.
Thank you, Peter. And please, Graf, the stage is yours. Graf, please unmute yourself. You're unmuted. Yes.
Sorry. George, I have 2 questions. Number 1, how are you exactly preventing the black marketing, right? And the other question related to that is, how do you prevent bots?
We can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
A bit better, but it's the same issue.
Yes.
It's really quiet.
But I think I heard the question about black markets and bots. So what's the difference is our wallets are soul bound. So we can identify by, well, some use artificial intelligence, we use human intelligence, or from banking, you know it by, well, your behavior, how you act within the system. If you are buying tickets from different places for the same time and you don't attend any event, that's quite easy. So that's only the second layer. The first layer is actually integrating decentralized identities, and this is one of the projects we're working with one of our core partners in the US. We are integrating decentralized identities to have like really soul-bound wallets.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Graf, and thank you, Georg. Carlos, please use our chat in Zoom for your question because we are so limited in time. Thank you so much. And I guess we can welcome our next participants, and startups number third is Timeless Wallet from the USA, and Z, who will be represented, and also Timeless Wallet was a winner unicorn pitch in North Carolina. So please, Z, the stage is yours.
Can everyone see this slide and hear me okay?
Perfectly, yes.
All right, loud and clear. Good morning, everyone. My name is Z, founder and CEO of Timeless Wallet. We make Web3 simple, secure, and for the next 180 seconds, if there's only one word that you can remember, social. But before we proceed to kind of dive in a little bit deeper, let's do a pulse check on the status, the health of Web3, right? I've been in crypto since 2018. Depending who you talk to, Web3 is either overhyped, right? You go to the bathroom, everyone trying to get you into Web3, or depending the king of the internet troll, Elon, right? We talk about where is Web3? You cannot find it, right? And I think the truth of the matter is, if you look at some of the kind of real analytical data out there from doing analytics, for example, right? As of this year, on a daily basis, there are less than 2.5 million daily active wallets held by less than 850,000 real users. So the state of the Web3 is rather abysmal if you compare it to Web2. So why is that? I think for us, there are three main problems I think we can solve to really accelerate the adoption of Web3. Number one, security is a real issue. It's a real challenge. Most of the users are facing with kind of the anxiety when it comes to Web3, whether it's being scams or hacks or security breach. That's a real issue facing majority of the users who are reluctant to participate in Web3. The second, which is whether from the protocols to the platform to the dApps out there, it really is primarily designed by engineers for engineers. If you have a financial background, you have an engineering background, Web3 seems to be somewhat accessible, but for the majority of the users out there, it's so too scary and too kind of difficult to use. Last and most importantly, majority of the Web3 products and services out there, whether it being DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, GameFi, these are all centered around communities. But if you look specifically in terms of Web3 interactions, it's pretty much so dominated by this single player user mode, meaning you pretty much do all the kind of the lending, the kind of the yield farming, everything that you do in Web3 seems to you do it by yourself in front of your computer or on your phone. There's limited kind of a social experience with other people who are interested in similar communities or projects. So how do we actually solve that? The three things, again, like I said, we need to make the kind of the basic primitive of Web3 simple. So how do we build a non-custodial wallet without the kind of the stress of private keys? The second thing that we can do is basically using a secure enclave. As many of you probably already know, built into every single modern day iPhone or Android device, there's a cold storage wallet, just like your Ledger wallet. There's a secure enclave that could be used to secure your private key. And we're also can integrate things like multi-party computation and FIDO and biometrics to secure your private key without having to write it down on a piece of paper. Last and most importantly, no longer are we asking people to basically send funds based on wallet addresses. We can actually integrate with ENS, unstoppable domains, and very different decentralized identity protocols to enable kind of this wallet-to-wallet communication layer. So that way, you no longer are you playing these type of Web3 services all by yourself without the kind of the comfort of the community. So with that being said, what I'll do is this, right? Instead of kind of going deeper into the pitch deck itself, I'll give you a quick demo of the product that we've been developing. This is public. We just launched this week. We've been beta testing for the past 8 months. So let's kind of go ahead and create a new wallet and see how fast and easy it is. I'm going to generate a new wallet, Unicorn.Events. And here you can actually register with the unstoppable domains or ENS, or you already have a domain name, you can actually import those directly into the wallet. The private key is directly now stored on your iPhone's secure enclave. And then if you want, you can also further customize your identity. We've been working with multiple protocols. One of them is actually called DNA3. You can easily customize your soulbound avatars. These are all machine generated. You can actually customize it in many different ways. You can change the wardrobe. You can change the different look and feel of it. And once you're happy with it, let's just say I'm happy with this particular look, I can mint this directly as a soulbound token for my wallet. I'm going to give some random gibberish data. You can mint this as your first NFT. Your wallet is no longer just an address, is no longer just a name. It's also your visual identity in Web3. And this is minted directly on Polygon. And we actually run our own middleware stack, the Relay stack, to cover the gas fees. And then, one thing that, I want to kind of highlight, which is, let me go back to my main wallet. We've also been working with majority the Web3 communities out there. We have about 60 plus communities who are onboarded using our wallet-to-wallet communication layer. So here you can discover different DeFi protocols, different various NFT projects community, and you can have a chat directly within this community, right? And the communities are growing very, very quickly. We're partnering with Uniswap V3. We're partnering with the ENS, Unstoppable Domains, to create these kind of dedicated channels within our platform. And also we have 60 plus university blockchain clubs directly working with us. And then, we also have some partnership with, content creators, content developers to broadcast their existing information directly within the platform. And you can also discover interesting dApps, DeFi protocols within the application. And if you want, you can join directly. You can do staking directly within our wallet by looking at some of the dApps or integrated into our wallet. And the traditional things that, for example, staking, yield farming, swapping, these are all integrated into the wallet. And right now we support the top 7 EVM compatible chains out there. So there are endless features. So in the interest of time, I'm going to skip it and go back to the presentation. Just kind of a little brief background about myself and my team. My co-founder and I, we've been together. This is our third startup. We had 2 very successful exits in the past 5 years. And then my co-founders and the founding team, we all have kind of early large consumer platform experience. I was at Google from 2006 to 2015. I was a part of the launch engineering team on Chrome. I launched Android from 2008 all the way to 2013, and I also successfully launched a Google X research lab called Acme Lab. My co-founder and my chief marketing officer, Paula, launched Google Play. She was at Google from 2003 all the way to 2016. And then, our lead engineering team also won, multiple international math Olympiads and coding competitions. In terms of our primary competitors, in terms of feature set, I think these are the top 10 non-custodial wallets.
I'm so sorry, Z, I'm so sorry. I have to stop you because we are limited in time and your time is up. I'm so sorry. But no, I guess we have a question from Gregory. So please.
Yeah, real quick. I mean, it just sort of looks like a MetaMask on steroids where the phone is the wallet, and that's understandable. I guess you ran out of time. I didn't understand what your business model is. How do you make money?
Yeah, so we have 20 plus partnership. For example, one of the biggest partners is 88 Rising. They are a large scale music label. So we actually invite their artists to create their community, mint their NFT projects, and build their community directly within our platform. And for that, we actually charge a market making fees, right? And for DNA3, for every NFT that's minted as your identity, we'll also take a small transaction fees. And also for ENS, Unstoppable Domains, those are some of the confirmed partnership that we do take a revenue cut. And for the token swap, we also take, similar to MetaMask, we also take a small percentage cut for any kind of token swaps directly within our platform.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. And please, next questions from our Gaio.
Thank you, Lydia.
Thank you.
Well, Z, almost flawless presentation. You were just close a bit. What I can say that, you feel a lot of energy, that comes from your details, and pretty sure that you have strong engineering background considering what you have delivered. My question concerns the slide that you stopped, and that concerns competitive landscape. So would you be kind to elaborate on that as well and give us more details about your target market?
Yeah, of course. Really good question. So in terms of feature set, I think we're as good or if not better than the top 10 non-custodial wallets out there in today. But the one thing that our battleground, the battleground we choose to kind of pick is really focused on social. To my knowledge, we're the only one that has enabled a wallet-to-wallet communication layer. So in so many ways, the functionality, the user benefits is more kind of akin to, let's say, something like WeChat or WhatsApp Pay, because we integrate all the different kind of the payments, the DeFi integration directly within the platform. So we enable all the different Web3 services within this kind of common user interface. In terms of kind of the go-to-market strategy, I think we're B2B to C in the sense that for the next 18 months, we'll only focus on partners. We've been working with major university blockchain clubs. So that's kind of our tranche number one. Tranche number two is basically some of the large kind of institutional partners, right? Unstoppable Domains, Uniswap, ENS. These are just some of the kind of Wallet Connect, Lido. These are some of the partners that we have a joint marketing partnership or kind of a revenue share partnership. So that's kind of the next 18 months, how we're going to get to the first million active wallet users out there.
Thank you very much for your answer. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Gaia. And also we have a question from Augusto. Please. Augusto. I guess it's time to you. Oh, no. Okay, so I guess we can move on. Thank you so much, Z, for a great pitch. And I guess we can move on to our next participant. It's Wall ID from United Kingdom, who is a winner of Unicorn pitches in New York and Boston. So please, Ilya, I guess it's time to you.
Hello.
Hi, Ilya.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, perfect. Please do full screen.
Yeah, just a second. Hello, my name is Ilya Mikian. I'm a founder and CEO of Wall ID, decentralized ID solution for one-click checkout and check-in. A little bit my background about myself, 20 years in various marketing director position, last 8 years in e-commerce, and last 5 years in various CEO positions. And so my background basically is e-commerce. And, from my e-commerce background, I know the importance of faster and simpler checkout solutions, because checkout is where 70% of conversions are lost. Customer problem is that in travel specifically, and I'm a frequent corporate and business traveler, this doesn't exist. In complex services like travel, you need to provide your ID every time you book a ticket, you check in on flight. If you're going overseas, you provide your visa data, check into hotel, and so on and so forth. So all these checkouts and check-in experience are not very smooth and very complex. So it can't be done really in one click, like in e-commerce or in payments. And therefore, travel businesses, they suffer from actually worst KPIs. Very low mobile conversion, 0.7%, versus average for e-commerce 2 and 2.5%, and cart abandonment 81%. So, really bad KPIs. And, business travelers, corporate travelers, they all claim, 90% of them claim that they want a more simple process of booking and checking in, checking out, and reporting. And long-term problem that data breaches and authorized access of personal data destroy trust. People don't trust any central solutions, company storing data, and even the government storing data. And therefore, European Commission, they announced just last year, their plans for EU digital identities and EU wallet based on blockchain technology. So our mission is to make travel specifically and travel booking process very easy. No online bureaucracy, no long checkout, check-in forms, no ID verification. Everything is just in one click. Our solution is relatively easy to understand. So we basically make integrations with these existing ID wallets. You can easily find about 10 ID wallets in Europe, 10 ID wallets in US. Most of them support external integration. So we integrate with existing ID wallets. We integrate with existing open banking apps to verify the customer and process the payment via open banking apps directly from your bank account. And therefore, in travel checkout and check-in, we can pull the ID data, we can pull the payment, and transact everything in just one click to make it seamless, easy, and fast. If you take e-commerce benchmark, normally at e-commerce, one-click solutions improve conversion by 20–30%, sometimes higher, but we take as a low range. So if you take even the safest, say 20% improvement for travel services, online travel, that would mean improvement of $86 billion. So we charge commission 3% for our service, similar like Bolt Checkout do or Fast Checkout or other checkout services. We have positive validation of our idea from travel services, from customers. They all want the solution. They both say that the problem statement and solution is very, very relevant. Well, the market, online travel market, according to Statista, is $500 billion almost, and it's keep growing. And especially, I should mention that decentralized identity market expected to grow 300% by 2027. You will have various competitors, of course. So it's like Bolt, Checkout.com, IDWorks, and some others. But we are specifically focused on travel. So we want to solve one single problem, a simple travel, check-in, check-out. We are two co-founders. My background is e-commerce and business development. My co-founder is technical. He's a CPO. He has more than 10 years experience in online travel. We have total team of 8, and we have advisors from Skyscanner, from Expedia, from MasterCard, from payment system that we plan to use. So we have a pipeline of travel services for integration through our advisors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ilya. And dear judges, I guess it's time to you for your questions. Yes, please, Peter.
Yeah, so thank you for presentation. I really love it. My question would be the following. If you solve the problem only in Germany because we are very bureaucratic country, we would love you all guys for doing it. But as technology doesn't seem too complex, my question would be on your commerce position. So the sales strategy. What is the sales strategy that you put in place? Who are the sweet spot customers in order to grow fast? And in terms of KPIs, what are the results that you already achieved?
Yeah, thank you. So thanks a lot. So yeah, it's a good question. So in terms of the strategy, it's definitely it's because it's checkout, it's a B2B SaaS strategy. So we sell into B2B. There are twofold strategy in that. One is that we have our advisors from Skyscanner and Expedia, and because say for Skyscanner is a meta search, they have access to all online travel services available on the market. So through them, we get warm introductions to online travel services. Another introduction is through our also technical integration with Umbrella, Swiss company. It's an IT provider for travel services. Through integration with Umbrella, we get also warm introduction to also online travel services. So in total, it's 400 online travel services in our pipeline. In terms of the metrics, we're just developing MVP. So we are pre-revenue, we're very early, but as soon as we develop the MVP, we have already a pipeline of clients to integrate. And again, we think it's not a very difficult task given our connection in online travel services, in e-commerce. And we plan to integrate at least 4 B2B travel services until the end of this year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. And please.
Ilya, I'm not sure if clients would be willing to pay 3% service fee in lieu of making the form filling application so easy. Have you reached out to any customer yet and seen if they are willing to pay 3% service fee?
Yes, 3% is if you take payment services, if you take checkout services, it's pretty average. Stripe charges 5% in comparison. So we are processing both payment and ID. And actually, if you take only payment, so payment services would charge, say, a minimum 1.2% just for payment services. So processing both payment and ID at 3% is very competitive.
And have you reached out to any clients to see their feedback, if they would be okay with this 3% fee?
Yes, of course. And again, as I said, through our advisors at Expedia, Skyscanner, and other advisors that are not mentioned here, yes, they both validated our pricing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. And Nihil, please, quick question.
Yeah, quick question. Ilya, thank you for the presentation. Really good proposition. The only my only concern is you are still in pilot. Do you have actual customers right now?
No, as I mentioned, we are developing MVP, so we are very, very early.
Okay, like I think like Gaurav said, it's that's an important piece in the puzzle to kind of get to. If your consumers, number one would be okay to pay that upcharge, and kind of test the market out.
Well, again, my experience of 8 years in e-commerce, I know how much every payment system is charging. If you take the market leader, ADN is charging 2.5% based on your volume. So again, if you offer additional service on top of payment processing, 3% is very competitive. And again, some payment systems charge you 5%, even sometimes even up to 8%, depends on the service. So 3% is very competitive in the market.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And Gaurav, please continue your question in Zoom chat. I'm so sorry.
All right.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Ilya, for your great speech. Thank you so much. And I guess we can move on to our next participant at startups Zimcoin from Spain and Borja as a founder. So Borja, I guess the stage is yours.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Do you see the screen?
Yep.
Yep. So, okay, let me see. Yeah, so I'm Borja Moreno. I have more than 12 years of experience in e-mobility. I was a country manager for Southern Europe for EVBox, leading company in the world manufacturing charging station for electric vehicles. And when Peter Van Preit, my co-founder, hired me 6 years ago, we were 40 people. And when we left to found Zimcoin, we were 1,300 people. Then we have Ivan. He has been in Harvard. He was the CEO at Groupon. And then we have Miguel Caballero with a lot of experience in blockchain technology and with many books. So we have this eco multi-smart mobility market. It's going to be multimodal, connected, sustainable, and it's going to be billions and billions of money in all this industry. But it's a sustainable mobility actual problem. It's slow adoption, it's a bad user experience, and it's a lack of feedback and dynamic data. So then here comes Zimcoin. It's the first tokenized platform in the e-mobility. We are the TripAdvisor for sustainable mobility. So we have mobility services. We make surveys to the users. They get rewards in zero emission coin, the Zimcoin. So we improve the ecosystem. We bring customers dynamic data and the standard payment to all these industry players. We already have a Web2 app, mobile app, live in 11 countries. The company is founded 1 year ago. We already had 500K revenue in 2022. We have more than 100 fast charging points in all Europe, and we are growing 80% month over month. We also have a DApp Web3 in place to do farming, staking, and everything. The zero emission coin will be live next Tuesday, so I engage you to buy the Zimcoin token next Tuesday. It will be live in SushiSwap, in Polygon Network, and we have a business intelligence platform. So we have a tokenized loyalty system in place. People is using them all around Europe to evaluate charging stations. We are talking to companies like Bosch and Acciona to sell them our platform as a service for a loyalty. We have a lead generation model that we are doing with Tesla, for example. So they get users, they evaluate the experience, they earn tokens, the user, and then the user get the car, and we cash back in Zim tokens. Then we have the Zimcoin token that is blockchain secure. It's instant liquidity. It's a utility token, and it's limited to 100 million. So 30 million of that is to give rewards to the users, and the other one to incentivize the community. So you can already pay this electric vehicle with the Zimcoin and get 10% off. You will be able to share your parking when you're not at home and get paid with Zimcoin tokens next year. We got a subsidy of 300K from the Spanish government. We won We were in the finalists in Interchange in Berlin, in Barcelona, in the BNU Barcelona, partnership with more than 7,000 drivers from EV associations. So if you want to save the world together, vote same coin, so we will do it together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Borja. And please, Gabriel, your question.
Hey, Borja, yeah, very interesting project. Congrats. I have a few questions. One of them is, you mentioned you're building the project within the Polygon-matic chain, the blockchain, right? So my question is, how you can manage the risk, because we have seen the last few months some risk in some other blockchains for whatever reason, right? That like Solana or other ones, how you make sure that your product, which is good, don't get too affected if some of these change might get, over centralized, or they have some political issues, that your project is not affected on that. And the other one is your coin purely on electrical vehicles, or it could be also vehicles that are powered by hydrogen eventually in the future? Because we also have an issue with electrical vehicles with the lithium batteries. There is not enough batteries to build all the vehicles they are promising, right? So I was just curious if you have this risk mitigated in some way in the very long term.
Cool, thank you. It's Polygon is totally decentralized, and so it's we don't see a big risk there. We have already like 150 investors that they invested in private sale, and then also we have investors from the Launchpad that it was last month. So they are very loyal investor. We didn't do like all these big announcements, So I think that's not gonna be like so much available in the pricing. And also regarding the electric, no, I mean we are focused in sustainable mobility. So our aim is to push for a sustainable mobility adoption. It can be scooter, car sharing, motor sharing, electric vehicle, and also why not? What you're saying,
Okay, no, cool, Borja. Yeah, let's talk further.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Gabriel. And please, we also have a question from Gregory.
Yes, hi, really quick. It looks like according to Crunchbase, you have 800,000 sterling in grants, I guess, and in revenue. That's a pretty good start. You have a very good management team, which I think reputationally will add value. For me, I'm a proponent of data. I think data is the new gold in society. And it looks like you guys are collecting a ton of data. Are you monetizing that with your B2B customers? Are they paying you for that data? How does that model work?
Yeah, so thank you. Nice to meet you. So we are generating a lot of data, and we have a Power BI in place, getting all this data. And but I didn't tell you about data because this is gonna be a future business, very long time. We need a lot of data. But yeah, of course, this is our business. Our business is the dynamic data that all these users are telling us about Tesla, about charging stations, about scooters, about how to improve customer experience, about how to improve the adoption. No, so yeah, definitely that's our business. But in the short term, it will be more focused in cost per lead, cost per acquisition, and also in marketing campaigns.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gregory, and thank you so much, Borja. Thank you so much. Thank you, Henry, for a great job, and thank you to your judges for your questions. Please, if anyone has additional questions, please use our Zoom chat. And I guess we can move to our last but not the least startups, Ava from United Arab Emirates, and who is a winner of Unicorn Pitch in New York and Boston, and Faraj as a founder.
Yes. Hello, guys. I'm a co-founder and CBDO of Ava, Cross-Chain Protocol. Nice to meet you all. So today I'll just discuss cross-chain data and liquidity protocol. So let's start the time. So basically there are a lot of issues with DeFi, but mainly nowadays the projects that want to be multi-chain, they have to go and spend 6 times more on liquidity to be on 6 different networks. So it means that to be traded, or to be available to be traded on all these networks, they have to overspend. And we solve this problem, and we let the project to get listed and be on 6 chains for 6 times less the price. And this is the only alternative to centralized listing in a decentralized way. Another problem with DeFi, of course, is that like lots of hacks that happened last year. So we put a lot of emphasis on the decentralization of our bridges. We'll start with 200 validators, and the nearest competitors are around 50, 60, and sometimes as low as 1. And the maximum that they could achieve due to their architecture is around 120. The DeFi is on fire, to be honest, especially after FTX collapse, with double-digit growth in terms of trading volumes, and even more so in terms of users and transactions on all major DeFi platforms. And as we are partnering up with the largest, one of the largest DeFi protocols, Curve Finance, basically making the Curve Finance cross-chain across multiple chains. So our solution is very crypto bear market friendly. We let the projects to allocate 6 times less of liquidity and make them cross-chain with decentralized bridging. Market size is quite big, $112 billion in 2022. Around $18 million on monthly fees was generated by bridges. If we target, and we're targeting 10% of that, means $1.8 million per month once we're fully captured the 10% of the market share. So this is the centerpiece of our solution. We actually will be creating the universal liquid assets as well, universal stable coins, one-to-one backed by the real stable coins in the chains that you see on the screen. Competitors are quite large, around between $200 million and $2 billion in TVL, but we're 2 to 3 times and up to 100 times sometimes more efficient than those competitors. We're way more decentralized than them, and also we have a few unique features that are actually creating unique advantages for us. The team-wise, we're quite large, 33 highly experienced professionals, 23 blockchain developers, with CTO in 20 years in blockchain development, in the software development, machine learning, and blockchain. Backers on the right, Big Brain Holdings, Maple Block, Mulani Capital, quite well capitalized, 6 grants, 3 hackathons, good amount of traction, 2 years in development, and already in a mainnet on 7 chains, large amount of partners that we're having. And currently we're also on a raise, and we're looking for the good VCs that could support us and make the cross-chain happen in a decentralized way. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you so much, Faraj. It was a great job. Thank you so much. And dear judges, please, if anybody, yes, Gabriel?
Hi, Farah, great to see you again, and congrats on the advancements. I just wanted to know now, currently, what is your main need, support that you might need? Is continuing the capital, or what is your main task right now that you need to accomplish? Yeah.
Thanks a lot for the question. In terms of the main support from for our side is to grow the liquidity on our solution, find the right partners. As this one is also a B2B solution, where we'll be working with a lot of projects that would like to be straight away to be advertised across 6 chains, to become cross-chain from day one, to be traded on all chains. So, and those projects will be our partners. We also want to cement our relationship with Curve Finance, and even utilize our internal cross-chain protocol for the internal Curve Finance needs. So these are 2 main things that we're working in. Basically making sure that we have more and more liquidity to make our protocol even more efficient, but also kind of find the right partners to bring on our DEX, to make them cross-chain, and also to get and to grow the protocol with more chains eventually.
Yeah, very interesting. You mean the cross-chain also for traditional finance that you would like also to provide, no, eventually, you were saying.
Yeah, I think for now we will concentrate on the largest EVM chain. We will stay with Web3 for now. We will issue the cross-chain capabilities for any protocols. They can utilize our logic. If it is Web2 company that you would like to utilize several chains, we're happy to do so. We will be able to also do cross-chain NFT bridging as well. So if, for example, fashion brands would like to advertise to all chain NFT user base, they can easily do that, and that NFT will be able to be moved between the chains very quickly.
Makes sense. Okay, congrats, man. Yeah, let's talk further. Continue.
Yeah, thanks, Losa.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. And please, Kirill, use our Zoom chat because we are so limited in time and we need to finalize a job of our startups. So I would like to introduce you to our Anna to provide a networking session to you. Please, Anna.
Yes, Lydia, wonderful job startups. We are finished with the startups pitching. Really sorry that couple startups had technical issues and dropped out of the competition, but this is internet environment. Maybe some startup will create a really reliable environment connection and internet connection that startups will and judges will never experience any technical issues. It would be really great. But as for now, we have less than a minute for you, dear judges, to finish voting. Please go to the event page. Make sure you're logged in under your profile and voted for all the startups, because our algorithm needs your votes for all the startups to work correctly. And I will switch on the music, and the end of music means the end of voting. We'll close the votes and I will share my screen and we will witness in real time, live, how votes are changing when we are going from category to category, revealing the votes and finding out who the ultimate winner is and who will go to straight to the Unicorn Cup on the March 16th. Okay, I hope you're ready. And here is my nice screen where we will see the votes revealed, and I have this wonderful button stop voting that I'm not pushing right now. Right now I'm switching on the music. You have 20 seconds to look up at your votes. You can change your votes still, because after I put this button you won't have this opportunity. So please use your time, make up your mind, and I will talk to our official judges when we go to this category. And right now, our wonderful music, who will stop the voting session for our battle. Okay, so here we go. I'm pushing stop voting. And I hope you expressed everything you wanted towards the startup's investment potential, because right now we will see how did business angels vote. And they put startups in such a category. Umoja on the first place, all others are catching up. Okay, what about our expert board? Expert board had a different opinion. And what about official judges? And official judges have opinion in between, which is very interesting. And I would like to talk to our official judges. Let's start with Aldo. Aldo, who did you like the most? Who pitched the best? Who is your favorite today?
Yes, good morning. I picked two, really. Those are AWA and Syncoin. Ewa, I think one of the main issues in crypto is liquidity, and thinking in a new way of provide liquidity between different chains, and what he's doing is something that we need to support. We need to understand a little bit more, because Curve also tried to do almost the same, but sometimes they fail. I think all the Terra issue was caused by letting a lot of hundreds of thousands of dollars, I think, from FTX before it happens. But anyway, and the Sim coin, zero emission coin, is a project of the future. I think they have a lot of potential. Both I choose.
Thank you, Aldo, so much. And Gaurav, what do you think? Please welcome Gaurav, our official judge from India. Sorry you missed the introduction section, but we are very happy to see you.
Happy to be here, and thank you so much for the invitation. It was a close call between Umoja Labs and Definder for me, right? I think I personally like Umoja Labs more, but I give best marks to Umoja and Definder. Definder does have few good unique approach to this project. I know some of the competitors well, and I've done some due diligence, so could see them. These two were my favorites for tonight.
Thank you, Gaurav, so much. John, thank you for staying up. Who did you like? Did they keep you excited, or you wanted to go to sleep?
Yeah, it's 3:28 a.m. in Japan. Very, very sleepy. But thank you for great pitches, everyone. I personally like AWA and Timeless Wallet. And actually, Timeless Wallet, his energy and his inspirational pitch woke me up. And yeah, he was the most energetic and crazy idea. I really love. And AWA has lots of potential. So I really love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John, for staying with us at such a late hour in the night. And Gabriel, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of sad because today my options didn't make it, but it's fine. I mean, I was for AWA as well, AWA, Umoja, and Simcoin, because on one hand, AWA, I know them, and I know, cross-chain activity is key in the market, and liquidity. Also Umoja, bringing, another solution to DeFi and the lending, and also Simcoin with the energy. So those three were kind of like my favorite, but all were good, to be honest.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Nikhil, what do you think about our startups?
Thank you, Anna. Yes, it was a very close call, as other judges said. Also, 3 minutes is very short for for us to assess these amazing startups, and so we have to rely on the pitches that were crisp and narrated the story. So my top were Umoja, Zimcoin, and Ava, actually. So I'm glad that all three made it to the top three.
Wonderful. Me too. And Peter, do you agree with all of the judges?
Yeah, so it was a close call, I have to say. All the best to all the teams. They're really good prepared in the presentations and the pitches. We also checked the materials beforehand with our team. So our votes go straight to Umoja and Zimcoin. Of course, we need that in Germany, we need in Europe to have a really good crowdsourced loans. I believe it's too much structured, regulated, and we need solutions like this in the market immediately, especially in crisis times. And the Zimcoin, because we believe in Germany in the hydrogen power in the future and also the green power. The really strong, stable team, professional backgrounds, both technically, build strong ecosystem. So yes, we would love to add the value in that as well.
Wonderful, good, great to hear that. And Alexander, what do you think? Do you support what other official judges say, or you have different opinion towards our crypto startups?
You see, today official judges have different opinion, and this is good, really. But most of them agree that Umoja is a good startup, and so yeah, I also put the high mark to Umoja. And really, it was hard for me to decide today You know, the stage is approximately the same. The ideas are great. The pitches are good. So, but so yeah, we are judges. We just need to make our decisions. And I put the highest mark today to Umoja. And as John, I voted for Timeless, and as Gaurav, I voted for Defender.
Wonderful, and I am eager to find out who the winner is. And here is my button overall score. Are you ready? Here it is. Ta-da! Wow, we have two winners. Can you believe this? And I have this wonderful congrats. Congratulations, Emoji Labs and Zincoin. You can speak up. It's your moment.
Bravo. Very cool. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations. Get ready for the Unicorn Cup. In 2 weeks, you will be pitching to the whole world twice, for one hemisphere, then for the other hemisphere. That's the great advantage of having online events. You can be heard all over the world. So welcome once again. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you stayed up and you did all the best. And Umoja, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I appreciate it.
We don't see you.
I'm currently at Denver, so I apologize if y'all see a whole bunch of people. I've been carrying my computer. True entrepreneur here.
He's celebrating already.
Good.
I don't know what we. I don't know.
Always
what we
moving.
really
Always
want,
moving.
That's the spirit. That's to keep it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Congratulations. Great event. We had a short but very productive event. I like everything. Thank you, dear judges. Next event is FinTech. It will be our last Unicorn Battle in the season, because in 2 weeks we're going to have World Finals. So please make sure you are there. We have some amazing solutions and looking forward to seeing you all. That is next Thursday, same time, same place. Please reach out to us if you need some additional tickets to be in the front row, and I will see all of you there. So stay safe, stay happy, and I will see you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Lydia.
Guys, stay here. Let's take one picture.
Oh, John, let's do that.
Okay,
Let's do
all
that.
right, let's take. Everyone, wake up and show me your
trying to.
biggest smile.
We are
Ava,
trying
show
to.
me your smile.
Hey,
Who is it?
something
Who is
crazy,
E?
something crazy. John.
And the support and Alex. So people here, we are waiting until everyone is showing
They cannot.
smile.
They support. They're just undercover people. They won't be able to see them.
All right. Everyone smile. 1, 2, 3. Stay crazy. Oh, one more. Ava's timeless wallet is here. All right. Smile, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Crazy. Cool.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, John.
Time for me to drink sake and sleep. Good night.
Yeah, have a good night.
Chief Kawamoto is in Japan, and give me a call when you'll be in Berlin. So happy to see you.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you,
See you
John.
guys.
Thank you, Anna. Thanks,
Saki
Lydia.
for me, Crazy John.
Bye-bye. See you.
Crazy, amazing stuff. Great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. See you. Bye-bye.